was gonna ask Tracy, can you tell me, did you ever think, like, when you started your business, did you think you were gonna grow a multiple six-figure business? When you started off with $500, did you think it was going that way?
No, not at all. Not at all. I was really just trying to make some side cash and, just trying to show my daughters that, look what mommy's doing. Mommy is just, so strong and so this and that. I was trying to get a little bit of extra money for some extra play dates and,
Mhm.
just kind of go from there. I didn't think I would be quitting my job and doing this full time and having employees. I mean, at one time before COVID, I had 14 employees. So it took a little dip down with COVID, as did most small businesses, but we're on the rise, and I'm
Right.
excited. I'm proud that I have built this business, and I just can't wait to see what that next level looks like.
Yeah,
I
so
absolutely started my business for some side money.
yeah. So
Absolutely.
when it started, and you can answer this, Calvin. So when it started to go the other direction, as far as like, oh, this could be more than side money, what were you thinking?
Mm,
To be honest, I probably was a little I was excited, but there was a little bit of fear there because, you know, we grew up with parents who had jobs, sometimes multiple jobs. And so a job equals stability. And as I was realizing, like, oh, well, I could make a little bit more here and I could do this and I could do that and that might work and that might work, but it wasn't a guarantee. Now, we now in 2025 know that a job ain't no guarantee and they'll downsize your booty in a minute. But at the time, I was definitely like, could I do this? Could I do that? And I ended up, and it's probably been like 5 or 6 years. I ended up with it was my largest contract at that time, 5 figures. And she says, how are you going to keep your job and do this? And I already knew I wasn't going to be able to keep the job and do the work, right? Like it was going to require more of me, right? But I was like, I'm not, and I was like, okay, I'm walking away from this and I'm trusting. And I that is not to give y'all, I don't want to give nobody the mistaken impression that you have to just jump up and quit your job. But for me, it was the right time because I knew that I had the income to justify that. So,
And Contrice, what about you?